On the missing persons board, Andrea Leger pins a photo of the most precious person in her world, her 5-year-old son, Tim. She was caught shopping in the market by the first wave. Tim was at the beach playing with friends. No one's seen him since.
It just goes on and on and on. It's just like, because if you give up your hope, I guess, then you don't want to go on anymore. But I'm still hoping, because every time there's some new news that people are still there, and that when I found out that Theo, the youngest one, was also alive, I'm still hoping that Tim is somewhere in the hospital and can't talk and is just unconscious or whatever. So that we're still hoping.
How long will you stay here?
Well, we decided to stay here until we find him, but I don't know if we can do that. So I don't know, a few more days, because I don't want to go home without him.
Within sight of the beaches where so many died, it's aqua aerobics as usual. Determined tourists seemingly unshaken by the tsunami. On the nearby beach, still cluttered with the wreckage, the bodies have only just been removed. Not a problem for some. The waters that so recently killed, still good for a swim, as all around the clean-up continues. Here stood an Italian restaurant. No lives were lost, but 35 jobs disappeared with the building.
And then after that, I come again. All flat here, gone, nothing left.
That must be very hard for you.
Yes, absolutely yes. Everyone is working hard time, working hard for our life. No job, nothing.
So now Suminso helps clear the mess and prays things get back to some semblance of normality. Despite this extraordinary capacity for recovery, there's no guarantee these people won't make yet another grisly find. In fact, it's almost certain that some bodies will never be recovered, washed out to sea or buried under tons of mud. At Phuket City Hall, the cultures and nationalities are united by a horrifying grief.
Now listen, the photos down here, it gets much worse, okay? It
much
gets
worse?
Much worse. The photos down here are very, very bad.
So bad we can't show them. It's hard enough looking at the faces of the missing. 6-month-old Ruby Rose Fayette, French, mother also missing. Australian Kim Marie Walsh. And while this is very much our tragedy, it's so much worse for some European countries, especially Sweden, where the losses are staggering. Why have there been so many casualties amongst the Swedes?
Because it's so many Swedish around here. It's the biggest. I don't know what to say. Everybody come here, and Kalak is a new place for the Swedes. So many missing. I don't know what to say. Nothing. For myself, I lost my restaurant. Everything I invest here, I lost in Kamala. Nothing left.
Magnus Carlsen searches the long list of Swedish dead and missing. Some may have been caught in his guest house when it was swept away.
But I have so many guests. I don't see. I don't see for.
You've lost some of your guests.
I don't know. I tried to check, but it's so many people.
Sitting nearby, a Swedish boy in deep shock. The rest of his family missing, almost certainly dead. But there are stories of survival. German Klaus Altwig was hurt. His girlfriend has serious spinal injuries, but he thought they were both going to die.
Once in the room with secondly the water and nothing. You can nothing do. You have not orientation. This was the first, and the second was when the wave took me out. Tried to took me out because this is only a water. You finish when the force took you out in the sea.
Remember the beach, the movie that made beautiful Phi Phi Island just off Phuket famous. This is what it looks like now. Most of the buildings have been swept away. Suitcases and other belongings piled high on the shore. Many have no owners alive to claim them. Charlie Techarachaky's hotel is in ruins, and it's still filled with bodies.
Our mission today is try to collect the corpses as many as possible because we expect that there are more than 100 corpses that has not been collected for the past 3 days.
Helicopters constantly ferry workers to the island to help recover bodies. Heavy equipment has been shipped in. Every bite of the blade could reveal another tragedy. It's difficult to believe that just a few days ago, right here where I'm standing, was the centre of a bustling tourist district. There would have been hundreds, perhaps a couple of thousand people here. And it's all completely gone. Now, all that remains is a search for bodies. It's a grim search indeed. I know there are some behind me here because I can smell them. They haven't been dug out yet, but this is just the start of a long day. In fact, a long week or two ahead. Snippets of happy lives litter the island. Someone's family photos. A pair of R.M. Williams boots. 3 more bodies, all foreigners, are taken to the pier. There are many, many more to follow. And for the families of the thousands still missing, there's the desperate hope that their loved ones will somehow have survived.
It's our 6th time here, so I guess I never come back.
Well, we very much hope that you have some good news soon.
I hope so too.
Thank you.
Thank you.